Please be seated. Welcome to Joe Foss School. Always, I try to open with a quote from literature of great lasting value for each of you. Last year I chose Jim Morrison and the Doors. This year, something of much more value. In fact, the movie version happened to be on the other night in one of the network channels. The Smokey and the Bandit. It fits graduation and it fit the situation of many of our students. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And we did. We're here today to recognize these graduates, all of you as families, as support, because what has happened here, what they've accomplished, would not have happened without you. I welcome the representatives of the three traditional schools that are here, the folks from the Instructional Planning Center that support our efforts. We appreciate your being there because things here don't always go the way that they go every place else, obviously, or we wouldn't be here. But we appreciate your support. There's one other group that I need to recognize at this point. It's really not fair. Every time this year I get to come up in front and smile and be happy and celebrate. And the people that make all of this happen, that provide the opportunities, sit in the back and on the sides. So those of you that are up here, take a look around. Joe Foss, school staff, would you stand up, please? Everybody, here are the people that do the work around here. Over here, back here. These folks are so much like family to me that it's pretty frightening. To every principal, every group of seniors is absolutely the best. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. To this group of seniors, to some, I have been the ultimate challenge. And let me tell you what, some of you, to me, have been the ultimate challenge. I think of the talks that we've had, and I think of the situations that you found yourselves in, and I look at you today, and I go, golly gee whiz. It's awesome. You've gone out and you've done battle, and look at where you are today. The ancient gladiators had a ceremony, and they'd walk out into the arena before they began their battle, and they would look at the gathered royalty, and they would say, from those about to die, we salute you, because they knew that one or both may perish in the arena. Well, the rock group AC/DC, now most of the high school students probably don't even know who that is. They're old guys by now. But they took that and they played with the words a little bit, and they said, to those about to rock, we salute you. So I would say this morning to those about to graduate, I mean, if they can do it, I can do it. I salute you. Because you folks are my inspiration, believe it or not. I spent the last 24, 36 hours doing some real deep soul searching about my role in this program and where Joe Foss has come. First year of this program, there were 13 graduates. Look at what you folks have done. We're right at 100 graduates again this year. We're right at 1,500 semesters of credit earned in this little building with this small staff, with this number of students. It's incredible. Your test scores up. You're going to good jobs. You're going on to post-secondary school. You continue to amaze those of us who have come to know you well. There is no limit to what you can achieve, much different than what you previously believed. So rather than you saluting us today, we salute you, and we will move on. Now, a chance to relax, to catch your breath. Miss Laura has a musical presentation for us.
Somewhere there's a dreamer will comfort you when you need a friend. I will be the voice that's calling out. I believe in you, and I can't even count the ways that I believe in you. And all I want to do is show you I believe in you. And there are just so many ways that I believe in you. And all I want to know is you believe in you.
There's a reason that I'm not asked to also do the vocal part here. Most of their time here, students spend their time listening to us as administrators, as teachers, as counselors. This morning we get to make a bit of a change. We've got 3 young people who have completed the program here that have offered to share their thoughts about the time that they've spent here at Joe Foss. So I would ask the 3 of you, Megan Bunger, Stephanie Peak, and Jennifer Tedman, if you'd come forward, and I'll sneak off, and it's all yours.
Well, good morning. And something I just want to say, the night before I came to Joe Foss, I cried. I was like, I don't want to go there. Nobody's going to like me. That's where all the stupid people go. And I found out that some of the greatest people I know go here. And I wouldn't go to a traditional high school if I had the option. I love it here. And what I really enjoyed the most was that the teachers empowered me to do what I want to do. And I'm moving on and I'm going to school and I'm excited. So, yeah.
I'm short, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna probably start crying while I do this, but when I first got pregnant, everybody looked at me like, how can you do this? And everybody looked at me like I was a failure. But then I came here, and everybody accepted me. Nobody judged me, and they gave me a fair chance. And I really appreciate that for all of you. I had my hard days, but you always pull me through it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. So I just wanted to say thank you, because if you guys weren't here, I probably wouldn't have finished my school. And I really do appreciate it, because my baby, he's not here right now. He had to go into the daycare. He was getting a little fussy, but thank you guys for helping me through this so I could make myself there for him. Okay, I'm even shorter. That works. I broke it again. Mr. Yo's shaking his head over there. Okay, I just wanted to say that before I came to Joe Foss, I wasn't exactly the most admirable child. And I didn't do anything really bad, but I didn't exactly listen to my parents either, and because of that, I wasn't getting good grades and I wouldn't have graduated. I started going to Joe Foss, and I thought, this is great. I can come and go, we'll smoke a cigarette, nobody cares, nobody watches. And I ended up dropping out quite a few times. And then when I was 18, I met my fiance and I got pregnant. And I was working and none of my jobs worked out. And then I got pregnant 6 weeks after being pregnant. And by then I realized that, after having my second one, that minimum wage was not gonna cut it. I came back to Joe Foss. Mr. Yost gave me yet another chance. And I was probably the only 21-year-old that graduated out of high school. But I did, and because of the Killian program here, I was able to job shadow at HSBC, which formerly Household. And that is actually, I graduated, and the same day I went and applied there, and 2 weeks later I was working there, and now I'm working a steady job. I have my own trailer. I'm signing up for college. I've got benefits for my children, and I feel like I can actually support them in the future. And had it not been for Joe Foss and the opportunities it provided and the teachers that gave me encouragement and Mr. Foss giving me chance after chance after chance and never giving up on me, even though I'd given up on myself one too many times, I now have the opportunity to go on in life and become something for my kids and help my kids become something. And I will never be thankful enough for that.
I have a terrible time saying no. And how could you? We're here to provide opportunities. And we continue to provide those opportunities. Mrs. Danforth, could you help me for just a moment? We've got some young people here today that I need to recognize. Ordinarily, Sally Monroe does this. She's had a sudden death in the family and has to be gone today, and we really miss her. But with Mrs. Danforth here, I can go to another literary source, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like Pat Sajak. Thank you, Vanna. We have some top credit earners. In the beginning of the program, way before Yost, Elaine Hummel was one of the people who was instrumental in starting Joe Foss over at the old Irving School. And each year now we give the Elaine Hummel Award to students with high credit to recognize them for their work. You've heard students talk about coming in here and working. There are no giveaways here. If you want to work the hardest you've ever worked in your life, this is the place to come. No giveaways, no freebies, district semester tests, the packs are ugly. More work than you've ever wanted to do. Anybody that says it's easy needs to spend a week here. Try it out. Try it with us. But we happens to be 3 young ladies today that have distinguished themselves. The credit that they have earned, I say earned, makes them standouts out of this group this year. First of all, earning 7.5 credits. Think about that. That'd be a class every period of the day, including lunch, and then another half credit besides. Marin Eggers, 7.5 credits. You can stay right here if you'd like. Let's get all 3. Second, and this one I get a kick out of because this young lady and I had a heart-to-heart more than once about I can't do this. And I said, I know that you can. Well, I didn't know she could do this. Tiara Wong has 8.5 credits earned this year. Told you could. This last young lady I saw very little of because it was usually just a blur down the hallway as she ran from class to class. She set some records and she's distinguished herself, and you talk about a long way to go in a short time to get there. Quality work, high grades, no junk, no garbage. This was done the way it needs to be done. Katie DeZ, but wait, 10 full credits, 1 year of high school. Congratulations to all 3. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job. Thanks. Now, Mrs. Danforth and Mr. Amundsen have worked together. They've got a short visual presentation of the year here at Foss.
photographs and still frames in your mind. Hanging on a shelf in the health and good time. Tattoos and memories and death still on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. There's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Look at this photograph. There's someone who makes me laugh. But eyes get somewhere. And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. Up in the prison, I would fix it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is on the sinking up. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time I better things to do. Great little record says I'm broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was then I wouldn't let me in. Every memory of looking out the back door. Boy, what a friend I'm on. It's not just saying something only you can give. And let's faith and trust when things while we're alive. And the one poor child who saved this world, and this time a little more it probably could, if we all just stopped and said a prayer for them. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause every word is forgiven now. It's nice and night the world begins again. I hope the days come easy and the one that's slow. And each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with the choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find a window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth and your smile. But more than anything, more
go back to literature. Abraham Lincoln said the world will little note nor long remember what we do or say here today. I don't think he was talking about graduation per se, but I have to go back to notes from last year to keep track. After my graduations, those of my kids and all that I've attended, I remember very little from them. Hopefully today I can pass along a little bit in a very short order, some things that you can take along with you. We deal a lot in the world today with how things look, what we see, our perception of things, and that's really what I want to talk about today, our perception of the world and how it applies to us. But before I do that, there's two people that I need to mention here, and if I forget to do it, if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. One, when I talk about long-term commitments in a project, there's a young man here this morning that got here, of all things, late. I can't imagine it. He is a graduate. He has given his heart and his soul to finishing this program with more than a little bit of prodding, but he's got it done. Ryan Hilberg, where are you? I know you're here. Congratulations, young man, you're a graduate. I talked about you people giving me inspiration. As you know, every year we go through the Dakota step tests, and one of the things for Joe Foss School, it's a big deal, we need to have everybody tested that's on the list. It's a heartache, it's a pain, because we've got students in and out and moving back and forth. Well, this year we got 100% testing again, but here's how it works. A young lady who had just had a baby came back to school and took the Dakota step test for us. There's another young man in the back of the room who's going to be walking across this stage next year at this time. He's guaranteed me that he will be here. He had gone through, 3 sessions of chemotherapy, multiple surgeries. Guess who was home from Rochester to take the Dakota step test so that we could have 100%. That's what's inspirational. That's what dedication's all about. Zach Moldenauer, wave your hat back there, would you please? It's young people like that keep me coming back here every day. Okay, we move quickly. One moment. One of the staff members said, I bet you're going to take a week off to get your speech ready, laughingly, because she knew that we're going to go back to the things that worked in the past. Pigeons are usually regarded as pests. Think about the city. They're rats with feathers. They're bad birds. You know, what do? They hang out in the street corners. Sound familiar? Around the malls, under bridges, like some of us maybe. We talk about bird brain. We talk about stool pigeon. We talk about jailbirds. We talk about Yost being for the birds. Oh my gosh, this year what else have we got? Bird flu. Well, these birds that I raise are different than that, in a sense. They look like they're common brothers. If you see this bird on the street, flying around downtown, you won't know the difference. If you do a little CSI work with her, you'd find out that as a racing pigeon, she's got a heart that's twice the size of an ordinary common pigeon. Pretty much like this group right down here. Lots of heart. You can't see it from the outside, but it's there. They wouldn't be here today. I've learned some things from the birds, from my pigeons, from my students. You can't judge by appearance. Every day I see potential winners, both in my racing loft and in my school. You can't judge by appearance. Many winners come to us convinced that they are and have disguised themselves as losers, complete with everything but a big red L on their foreheads. And they come to us in despair, last hope. They're winners. Sometimes it's tough to tell the difference, but we've learned. These birds are much like humans because they have an intense love for their homes. They'll go through anything to get there. And I've had birds come back from a race bleeding, on death's door, but to get home. I think of the Zip feed mill down here. You can go down there today, and there are birds that still call that home. They're still looking for the tower. That was home. Home is gone, but to them, that's still where they want to be. We're no different than that. We all need a safe place to be. For some of you, it's been Joe Foss these last few years or months. These birds are incredible in that they mate for life. We could learn some things there. They share all the duties of raising young. My wife said, pay attention. They take turns sitting on the nest. They take turns feeding the young. They do some things, though, that with 6 boys I wish I could do. At 30 days, they go, that's it, baby. Out the nest, you're on your own. Doesn't happen. But I'll tell you what I have learned. I've learned to appreciate all the single parents that are here today. God bless you, each and every one. I don't know how you do it. I see that happen in my pigeon loft. I see birds that are lost, hit a wire, weather takes them down, hawks, my neighbor's remaining cats. And there's one bird left to raise a family. It takes all their time, all their effort. At the end, they'll raise the 2 young that are in the nest, but there's not much left. They're skin and bones. They'll probably never ever race competitively again, but they've done what they needed to do, much as what you do as parents. You give your all to raising these kids. I salute you. I don't know how you do it. Less than? Absolutely not, because you do everything that you can. You take some, all of us as parents take some bad raps. I've sat in the same seat with you. But I watch these birds and I understand that sometimes it takes more than just a parent. I walked out in my loft last night about 2 o'clock in the morning because I didn't sleep very well last night. Night before graduation for me is about like a night before the opening of deer season, once a year. Or like Christmas used to be when I was a little kid. I can't sleep. I tossed and I turned. Nobody else was home last night. I was up and down, 3 pots of coffee. Later, it's out in the pigeon loft. And there's a bunch of little bitty ones walking around out there, and they're peeping. They're hungry. So who's feeding them? Their mom and dads are up on the perch asleep. I got a couple birds that'll just feed anything that walks or talks. So they're down there. The community's taking care of these young birds. It's fun to watch. We can learn some things there, too. You're all our responsibility. It's too easy to turn the back on someone just because they're a different color. It's because they're a nuisance once in a while or a little irritating. Birds know better than that. They take care of each other. But you know, those birds require a caregiver, and we all do. This bird goes loose, doesn't find home, he's dead. He's used to water, he's used to feed, he's used to a balanced ration, he's used to being baby. He's used to Yost being there to provide the water. He's used to a safe place. He doesn't know how to get away from cats. He doesn't know how to avoid the weather. He'll stand out in a hailstorm and just get hammered right out of a tree or a roof, and it happens. He needs somebody to look after him. He needs a home. We all do. We can be 18 and independent, but we still need somebody to look after us. It never goes away. All of us need somebody there to care about us. Whether it's a parent or a teacher or a minister or a friend or a spouse, but we need somebody to care about us because life alone is no way to live. Humans aren't meant to do that any more than these birds are. In that pigeon loft, when I'm picking birds for a race, I look for the top perches. They get up towards the top, they're in the best shape, they'll fly the strongest and the longest. Those that are sitting down in the bottom, folks, just don't do as well. There's a lesson for life here. Strive to get to the top. It's okay. Do the best that you can. You don't have to be the best, but you need to get up towards the top. Pull yourself out of the median. Strive to excel. Just getting by is not good enough. You deserve better than that. All of us do. I've come to appreciate these birds that'll strike out on their own. When we release 400 birds from Rapid City, South Dakota, they'll come right down the interstate to Sioux Falls. Well, that's wonderful. They'll come together as a group. I happen to live down at Beersford. That's 30 miles south. If my birds follow the whole group, come to Sioux Falls, and then go home, they're going to lose every time. Sometimes following the group, you end up someplace you don't want to be. Be able to say no. Be able to follow your lead, your own lead. Go where you want to go, where you know you need to be. This bird's been flown repeatedly. Take him away, home. Take him away, home. Take her away, home. She's sitting on a nest of young right now, but she's not done because she's going to continue to fly and she's going to continue to race for another couple of years at least. And that's the way our lives are. Today you reached a goal, a big one, serious goal. You just flew a 500-mile race, one day in your home safely. But you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. Somebody's going to ask you to do the same thing all over again, only further. Can't let go. We can't let down. It's one challenge after another. Achieving the goal today, what you did, you just found something out. You found out what you can achieve. You found out how successful you really can be, and there's only one person that has the responsibility for that success. Take a look in the mirror. That's who it is. It's not Joe Foss. It's not Dave Yost or the teachers of the staff here. It's each one of you because you made the choice, you made the decision to show up and to do what you needed to do. As a parent, as an educator, as a pigeon flyer, I've had to learn to trust and let go of these birds. I train them, I prepare them, I do the whole thing, the diet and the vaccinations and I'm out there scraping. It's a humbling experience, folks. You don't go to college for 7 years to get down on your knees and scrape pigeon manure, maybe. But it's very humbling, it's very relaxing, and there's no telephones ringing out there at night. We do the very best we can with our children. I do with my birds. But then the future lies with the individuals, just like you. We've got to turn you loose today. Scary thing. Have we given you everything? If we've done our job the very best way that we can, all that we can do is take a deep breath and say, you know, we've done our very best. If we've done that. And then we say a silent prayer, and we turn you out of here and wish you the very best. It's amazing what love will do to a wild creature, isn't it? Yeah. Our school motto, you just saw it on that great visual presentation, but we're going to work on some music for next year. There's some country music in there, Miss Dean. Kind of like fingernails on a blackboard, Mr. Amundsen. You know better. You saw it. It's the struggle that gives us the strength to fly. I watch these little baby birds hatch from an egg on their own. It's the most incredible struggle of their lives. And I watch them try to peck their way out. And the urge is to reach in and peel away a little bit more of the shell. But I know, I learned, and it's the same that I've had to do with some of you, if you don't make it on your own, if you don't make it without my help, without our help, you're not going to make it. You're not going to survive. You may momentarily, but the end result is not good. It's scary. It's much more than an immediate success. Quickly, some years ago, there was a young man from the program who was in placement. He was locked up. He sent me a letter, and I'll close with that. His reading was not original, but coming from him, it struck my heart that day, and it continues to every year when I read it, because it was what he told me, told our staff, and really what he tells our graduates. He says, "Teach me to walk, and I shall run. Teach me to look, and I shall see. Teach me to hear, and I shall listen. Teach me to sing, and I shall rejoice. For your instructions are imprinted on my mind, and your shared experiences I shall keep. What I have learned I will treasure, And for me, it's key line. And by learning to fly, I shall soar. You folks down here in the front row, not only have you learned to fly, you too, big guy up there, but you've learned to soar. I sincerely thank each of you for sharing yourselves, your time, your energy, your effort, your aspirations for a future with me and with all of us here at Joe Foss. On behalf of the staff, on behalf of the district, I wish all of you Godspeed. Danforth, would you help? Dr. Adderhold, would you give us a little bit of assistance up here? After all of this, and you folks have been so kind. I have you out of here in time, I promised. We're going to do some graduation certificates, not diplomas, but the graduation certificates. We also have your graduation tassels, notated 2006. We'll come across that way, and we'll ask Dr. Adderhold, we'll go down and help Ms. Danforth. Congratulations, and I'll keep reading. And I'd love to get a hug from everybody, but I'll do that afterwards, all right? All right, folks, are you ready? Cody Abler. Josh Amundson. Good job, Cody. Brittany Bartow. Nicole Beach. Sarah Benson. Michelle Bowden. Megan Bunger. Yvonne Shapina. Andrea Clark. Catherine DeZee. Kaylee Dunham. Marin Eggers. Samantha Engberg. Kale Gravitt. Good for you. Amber Drick. Ashley Husinga. Derek Hurley. Jacqueline Hussman. Abby Jarrett. Amanda Jealous. Heather Kleppel. Leland Langstrap. Alyssa McBride. Emily Muller. Stephanie Peake. Chuck Poorbear. Adam Schultz. Daniel Slaughter. Ashley Stevens. Good job. Jennifer Tedman. Wow. Is this right? This young man and I go back quite a ways. This is awesome. Nathan Totten, I salute you. Wow. You're the best, man. Good job. Yolanda Vega. Trust me to do this. Tasunke Ota Walking Elk. Abby Warner. Almost. Tried so hard. And Tierra Wong. You and you. Thank you. Oh. I want to thank everyone who joined us today. It's been a great day. Please congratulate these young people and have a wonderful summer break.